Bring the whole squad. Where the mic's at? In the studio. Oh, it's like that. Conversations with the people like we ain't met. Go ahead, vibe in and just reset. Okay, Friday, so just tell us about, how you got into music and everything like that.
How?
Well, I realized my dad had a guitar sitting around, and I was just kind of like, I'm gonna play that guitar, and he knew how to play like 3 songs, and he would lie to me and tell me that he basically would have me going, that he wrote all of them. He would play Harry Chapin's Cats in the Cradle, Taxi, and Rocky Raccoon, and that was like the extent of his playing. But every time he played, I'd cry. And I would think that he wrote the songs. He would have me going. And I was very disappointed when I found out that it was all a lie. But I started watching him play. Like, I would make him play for me. And I watched where his hands went. And that's how I learned. I just started picking up more things. Like, I would play notes. And then my uncle actually started showing me, like, chords. Like, hey, the note that you're playing, it's actually this chord. So I started learning how to play.
Beautiful. so you started learning how to play from your dad and your uncle teaching you?
Well, he taught me, he gave me like a chord book and was like, hey, like, look at these, like the notes that you're playing, it's like an A chord or a C chord, and I was getting so pissed because I was just like, my hands don't go that way, and he's like, they will, you just gotta, you gotta train yourself. And eventually I started playing, and I'd be so loud in my room, and I wouldn't realize that everybody can hear me. But I figured it was way better to beat the shit out of my guitar than to beat the shit out of the kids at school. Because,
wow, that's a great outlet right there, honestly.
I was very isolated. Like, not isolated, but I just didn't really hang out with a lot of people. I was kind of an antisocial kind of kid. Like I was telling you earlier, I was just very to myself. And, sorry.
No, you're all good.
And instead of, taking my anger out on people, I just would come home, lock myself in my room, and just listen to loud music and try to be the people I was listening to on the radio,
Cut my life into pieces.
Yeah, basically. Basically. So, and awesome. I didn't expect to really start playing out. I used to go and play every Friday at Hot Shots, like where my best friend was working. She was working at the paintball field. Mm-hmm. And she'd just be like, hey, it's kind of dead or whatever. We're all bored. Come bring your guitar. Well, I worked with the guy, and he had a band, and everybody in the band was really good, but collectively, we all sucked. It was one of those deals, where everybody was great, but when you smashed us all together, we were horrible. But he walked into the paintball field, and he saw me playing, and he was just like, hey, do you want to try out for, vocals or whatever? Yeah. And I'm like, yeah. And, like I said, the band was a failure, but the owner of the bar I would play at, she liked me, and she had me come back, and I met Josh doing, a couple shows there, and then it was history. Then I got into music, I started playing venues, and I haven't stopped for 10 years.
Josh.
Wow, that's really great.
Yeah, it's
honestly,
crazy.
That's a good story right there.
Life is freaking crazy.
Yeah, honestly.
I never expected to come out of my bedroom, so... it's really crazy. You would think a dive bar isn't an achievement.
Yeah. But for me, you gotta put yourself in the right places to be able to.
Yeah, but for me, just coming out of my room was an achievement because I was very shy, and even where I've come from then, just going on a stage and getting so belligerently drunk to where it was just I'd go numb playing up on stage because I'd be so nervous, to throwing up, not eating all day, to where it's I don't even have to have a beer. All I need is 6 waters and I'm good. But it's just crazy. So anyways, no, I'm rambling, but...
Man, no, honestly, this is about you. We want to know who you are, honestly.
Aww. Well, tell us a little bit more about Josh and all those people, because I know I met you when you were in the Quacks, and that was your project with him,
yes, right? And it still is. We never quit.
That makes me happy.
we never quit. And I was telling you yesterday with certain songs, I always have him in mind, if there's ever going to be another vocalist, it's just you get lucky in life, you're lucky in life to have a best friend, and you're lucky in life to have a musical partner, somebody that you could go off of, you know what I mean?
Yeah, honestly,
I'm lucky.
yeah.
I haven't I jam with a lot of people, and I'm feel I mesh well jamming with other people, but I've never
exactly.
I have nothing. Nobody can come close to the relationship he and I have with music. It's crazy.
You gotta be able to bounce off each other to create ideas.
And with him, we taught each other so much. I didn't know like I could do half of the things I could do, and I don't
Until
think.
somebody got you to try it.
Well,
and, like,
I got him to try stuff too. Like
yeah,
we were like
exactly.
getting each
Yeah,
other to like
exactly. That's
kind
the
of break
friendship
out of
that
our
you guys
shells.
need.
It was really cool though. It was really cool, and it was he got me like loving to play original music like live. Like it made me feel really
Bless.
good, dude. To where you're going from feeling I would get insecure about playing an original song, and I just want to stick to covers. But then he got me to the point where I was like, I don't want to do covers anymore. It makes me so uncomfortable to do cover songs. I would just rather. I can't believe I have music that I'm more comfortable with playing my own music now. You know,
It's an amazing feeling.
he got
right?
me, and it's just crazy when somebody just. I don't know. There's nobody like Josh. He's one of the most gifted people that I know musically, but he also is one of the most like genuine, humble, sweetest guys I've ever met. Like he taught me like that music isn't a competition. He was always like he played a Battle of the Band show once and stuff, and I flashed the drummer of Iron Maiden to get him points.
Oh, nice.
I asked him, I was like, are they going to kick me out of the casino? Because it was over at Pompano Casino.
Yeah.
And they were doing a Battle of the Bands. But I remember Josh was telling me, like, before the competition started, he's like, I'm kind of against Battle of the Bands because I don't think music is a competition. And it was just, like, the realest thing, you know what I mean? Because it's just, everything is just so different, and everything is just beautifully unique when it comes to music. You just can't.
Exactly.
Taught me never to box yourself. Taught me that nobody should, be the leader. Like, there's people that, of course, should take the reins on things. Like, there's people that are better at booking or negotiating price.
Yeah.
But I think when it comes to, like, being, like, the leader of the band, it was always, like, important for me and for Josh, like it was about us.
Yeah.
It wasn't about, like, one person or the other person.
beautiful.
But he was cute because he was always trying to make it about me. I'm like, no, dude. It's us, baby. It's us.
Go ahead, vibing and just reset.